My name is Kaitlyn Kimball, and I own Sunset Farm with my husband Lawrence, and we are located in Naugatuck, Connecticut. We established Sunset Farm in 2018 when we purchased this property. It was a horse property, and we have converted it into a vegetable farm over the last 5 years. Our business model is very diverse. We have a lot of different ways that we market our products. We have a CSA program with 50 shares that we market in the winter and the spring, and then customers come and pick up vegetables during the season. We have several wholesale accounts, including local grocery stores in our area. We sell our products to a local school district here in Naugatuck, so we do farm to school sales. We do 5 farmers markets during the main season, and then we have a small farm stand here that we operate at the farm as well. So I think something that's really important in farm to school sales is finding your market and finding the opportunities that are available. The main growing season is during the summer when most schools are out, but there's actually a lot of programs that you can still market your products to. We've sold snap peas, cucumbers, radishes, kale for various taste tests over the summer. We've sold to Naugatuck Public Schools, to Bridgeport Public Schools. There's a lot of programs that do taste tests and other similar things during the summer as well. So it's really about, you know, networking and making connections with those food service directors. You know, if you have their email, you have their contact information, and you have established that relationship, then you're able to contact them when you have something, and usually they would love to work with you and be able to incorporate that into their summer programming.
I'm Renee Giroux. I am a farmer from Earth's Pellet Farm in Warren, Connecticut, and I'm also the general manager of the Northwest Connecticut Regional Food Hub located in Torrington. The Food Hub works with about upwards of 30 small farmers throughout the northwest corner of Connecticut and a few in the Middlesex County. We run year-round, sourcing local produce to supply the local schools. The purpose of the Food Hub is to grow our local ag community and to be able to provide different sales and distribution channels for them to really grow and prosper. So it's really hard as a farmer, being the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. And so what the Food Hub is a nonprofit. And so what we're trying to do is to try to take some of that burden away from the farm. And by doing that, we are promoting the farm name, not necessarily the Food Hub, but we are putting the farmers first and foremost with every decision that's made on a daily basis throughout our business.
So one of the biggest things that's really helped us break into the farm to school market has been our receiving of a grant within the past year from CT Grown for CT Kids. We're so grateful to have received a substantial grant to help us rebuild our wash station so that we can have upgraded equipment so that we're able to wash produce to the safety levels that, you know, are needed to put the vegetables into school systems, as well as equipment that we would need to harvest and wash vegetables year-round. A thought that I had initially was that we wouldn't have enough food to supply, you know, a local school district with all their produce needs, but food service directors are really sometimes looking for small pockets of produce to be able to fill certain needs. So it's really helpful if you kind of shift your focus towards farm to school sales so that you're able to, you know, sell a bumper crop of something, or to work with your food service director to grow something specifically for them. You know, they might say that we need a lot of carrots, and you would be able to plan in advance and be able to grow and market that crop to them. But I would not be intimidated by selling to schools. That a lot of food service directors are eager to work with farms, especially smaller local farms, and just work with you in your availability and purchase what you have for their programs. So what's great about establishing a relationship with the local school district is that you really get to work with the food service director, and they're happy to accommodate what you have as a product. So for example, we've worked a lot with the food service director for Naugatuck Public Schools. Her name is Kate, and she is super flexible and loves to incorporate what we have into her programming, into her recipes. Last week we had the rest of our winter carrots that we were going to harvest, and I was able to call her and say, we have winter carrots, would you be interested in them? And she said yes. I was able to harvest and deliver them to her, and she was able to incorporate it into a recipe that she was making. So it's super crucial to establish those relationships with your local food service directors for school districts. And once you have that relationship going, then they're more than happy to work with you. They may request a specific product for you to grow, so you can plan ahead. Like, I know that in Naugatuck they do really like carrots, so we're going to grow, you know, a row of carrots this year specifically for them. They're really flexible, and they really want to work with you and your availability.
We're able to source directly from multiple farms. So let's say a school wants 200 pounds of carrots. So we're able to work with 4 or 5 farmers who may not have the 200 pounds, let's say that week, but we're able to source 4 to 5, 40 to 50 pounds from a few different farms across the board. And also it's easier for the schools to order. On a weekly basis, there's somewhere between 4 to 6 farms that may be individual schools or they change. So it varies every single week. And we found that there's been a lot of ease with the ordering process and being able to break in some of the farmers into that, channel that might have been somewhat challenging to break into in the first place. So the opportunities that the Food Hub provides for the farms through the Farm to School specifically is that being able to make the connections with the food service directors and some of the local farms. And by doing that, we're able to introduce a face and a farm name and form a relationship. And so through different events of the school year, that particular farm could potentially be called to the school for a taste test. And then there's an even deeper connection being made, not just with the food service director, but with also the kids that are tasting it. And to see their eyes light up and to, the farmer just to be so happy that the fruits of their labor are being really deserved and being praised is just something that, you can't put a value on that at all.
There are so many diverse operations of vegetable operations across the state, and so I think for smaller farms or for urban farms, you might think that you don't have enough to supply for farm to school sales, but if you really identify what the need of your local district or of another district across the state is, then you're really able to work with them on a smaller scale. It's overwhelming to think about, my farm giving Naugatuck Public Schools all of the produce that they need. We're not able to do that given our other markets and channels, but we are able to supply them with certain crops at certain points throughout the year, based on their need. And the sooner you establish that relationship and you open up that line of communication, then the more, the better your sales to them will be.